You said something out there that was very interesting that I probably agree with you on, which is that we need to make sure the Department of Interior has the resources to promptly process permits for all kinds of energy facilities. And I'm afraid with the budget cuts that the Republicans are doing this week, cutting this year's budget, they're going to be taking away money that would be used for processing the permits that your clients want to get.
One very interesting point on that, the chair of the appropriations committee that handles Interior is Mike Simpson, and he said that in fact they won't be cutting. That's one area where they won't be cutting, is the reforms for the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. That's one of the priorities that he's putting in place to get that permit process going. Along those lines as well, today the Eastern District of Louisiana just issued a ruling that is going to force the agency to move those permits forward within 30 days of existing permits that are available. So they're getting pressure both from Congress, they're getting pressure from lawsuits and litigation, and they're really getting pressure from the drillers and the industry themselves.
Well, I don't know about the particular judge, but as you know, during the BP case, the judges that oversaw that case were all former oil industry lawyers. So it's no surprise that a judge in eastern Louisiana would rule in favor of oil companies and against.
Well, I got news for you, Dan. Everybody down there is involved with the oil industry in one aspect or another.
Well, really, all Americans are involved in the oil industry as long as they drive a car.
That's right.
Which is why we need to get us out of that industry by reducing the amount of oil that we import from other countries.
And you said something interesting to me, which I think is important. Obviously, I disagree that we're going to have to balance the budget on the back of oil companies. They're going to do their part. They already do their part with the taxes they pay into the states and things like that. The real issue, though, is we have got to figure out a way to make electric vehicles more affordable for people. I mean, the utility industry is ready to move forward on that. That's one of the things that environmentalists in the utility industry probably agree on, that we have got to figure out a way to get electric vehicles to be more active, more aggressive, and hit a price point that more people can feel free about buying.
Well, then you'd be pleased to know that the president's budget would invest in vehicles in a couple ways. First, they'd help create the recharging infrastructure that's going to be essential for electric vehicles to work in communities. Second, they're continuing to invest in advanced battery research to develop batteries that not only have a longer range, but come down in price. Unfortunately, the Republican budget, once again, would cut out those funds.
Well, you know, the Republican budget is cutting a lot of things. They think that their charge from the voter this year, and this is not, I mean, this is just what, you know, we sense. Their charge from the voter is to reduce spending and reduce the deficits. And frankly, there are a lot of good programs that are going to get a hit this year. And, you know, again, part of this process of the budget going forward is to figure out what's the best way and what are the priorities that need to get funded. And perhaps a lot of that energy development, clean coal technologies, things like that, advancements in technologies for natural gas, which are also taking a big hit in the president's budget, which of course I think natural gas is a hugely important vehicle for us as a bridge fuel. Those are the things that we'll see what survives.
Well, I think the big difference is President Obama has an investment budget. Yes, it's spending, but some of the programs that the Republicans cut, you spend $1 federal money and you leverage $4, $8, or $10 in private. That's not spending, that's investment. What the Republicans want to do is eat their seed corn. Let's stop investing in the future, let's stop investing in innovation, which is what the president wants to do, and let's let China and Germany dominate the world in clean energy. And I'm sure that's something that you don't want to see happen either.
I don't think that China and other folks are going to dominate it. One of the things that is to their advantage, though, is the Chinese can build whatever they want. And here I am in the United States trying to build wind turbine projects that have taken me 9 years to build 19 wind turbine projects in places like Virginia or Maryland and things like that.
I certainly agree with that concern, but I'd still much rather be here than there.
It hurts our ability to bring jobs here and bring the manufacturing jobs if it's going to take that long when China can just do what they want.
I think we should continue this discussion at Lafayette, Coney Island in Detroit.
Absolutely. Or maybe at a Red Wings game.
There you go.